Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from mths and welcome to 90 at 9. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, starting now with news that US manufacturing expanded in September. This was the first time in 3 months. It was much better than forecast. The ISM Factory Index news helped boost US stocks by 0.6% overnight. The oil price also rose on these better than expected figures. It was up 0.3%. This helped firm the New Zealand dollar to 82.8 US cents. Remember, it tends to rise and fall with appetites for risk globally. Meanwhile, US Federal Reserve Chairman Bernanke came out overnight and pledged to hold interest rates in the United States at 0% even after the economy starts recovering. He's keeping to his pledge of 0% until mid-2015. Remember, it's been on hold at 0 since 2008. He says he'll keep it on hold through that period of the economic recovery because he believes inflation is staying low. Meanwhile, European factory output, contracted, and so did Chinese factory output. So growth is very slow in China, or slower than it normally is, around about that 6% growth mark rather than the 10% growth mark we've seen. And in Europe, the economy there is contracting. Chinese factory output contracted for the 11th month in a row. The Chinese stimulus, which has been sporadic so far, isn't really having the same impact as we saw in 2008, 2009. That's partly because we're in the middle of a leadership transition and they're worried about boosting their housing market too much. Now, all this is important because Australia is so closely linked to China, as are we. And in Australia today, about 60% of economists are expecting a rate cut. They've got a slowing economy driven by lower iron ore and coal prices, again, because of China. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9 from interest.co.nz.